The game Skyblock became one of the most appealing and boring games in Hypixel history, but still there are so many people playing. Not many people considered Skyblock to be a scary game. However, there are always aspects to what makes it scary. Horror movies normally have some kind of killer that makes the movie a little bit freaky. So here are 10 scary monsters that exist in Hypixel Skyblock that can make you poop your pants. Ever want to go to the end? Want to make some friends with the inhabitants? How would you greet them? When you greet normal people, you would look at them and shake their hands. Don't be intimidated by their tall, skinny, sexy looks. There is really nothing to worry about, unless if you don't like friends. Yeah, don't want to mess with those guys. Wolves are cousins of dogs. Many people these days would consider dogs to be a man's best friend. However, Hypixel's passion for dogs went so far that they made their cousins look bad. They just wanted to sort out the alpha male from the inferior children. So as a result of Simon's insecurity of the position of dogs compared to their relatives, the wolves, this happened. Bored so much you feel like mining endstone? Might want to invest in a stonk. If you don't, you might regret all of your life decisions. When mining endstone in the end, there is a chance of spawning an endermite. The endermite will then attack you and ruin the fun. Not something you would like to run into unless you have in-game gear, since they are very dangerous. Assassins are deadly hunters, apparently in real life and in video games. They're generally not the kind of people you want to run into or have anything to do with. However, they are unfortunately something many players in Skyblock have to deal with. In Floor 3, there are Shadow Assassins, which are extremely deadly, even in superior dragon armor. Normally these things are only tanks can take on, but the tanks can't sit there too long. Most often there can be a healer or other classes helping the tank assist. But if you ever run into one and you can't survive them, I suggest not even getting to the same room as them. Dragons are some of the most RNG based things in Skyblock. There's a chance of getting multiple dragons, and those include wise, young, protector, superior, strong, and holy. Superior dragons are obviously the best because they are superior. However, they aren't very scary. The scariest dragon we are talking about is the old dragon, aka a boomer. Boomers are very scary in real life. They yell at you and they think washing machines are just storage for the many dishes that a person has to wash by hand. They don't understand the internet, which makes things much worse. This is why they are upon the top 10 scariest creatures in Hypixel Skyblock. Ever since Dungeons came out, there have been many people who are unable to read, meaning that they are illiterate, which is not good for the environment at all. Party leaders are able to create dungeon queues where people can join a dungeon party. However, they are unable to add notes, which they can add for a specific class or level. These notes can be helpful to run efficient runs and can lead to players getting more loot. The only problem with this, though, is that some people can't read. For instance, the Floor 3 run might not want level 2s and 3s, especially not a level 0. However, they join it anyway, and it can ruin the run since they are most likely underprepared. I've seen people in Ender armor doing Floor 2s, and it just goes horribly wrong. This strategy was around for quite a while on Skyblock, however, people who do it are really annoying and can piss people off. Most people just want to make some money by getting eyes, however, these specific types of people keep making it impossible. Who are these types of people? Well, they are explosive bow users, frozen scythe users, and bonzo staff users. Recently, I have obtained one of these weapons and become one of those people myself. However, it was only because the people in God Pots made me salty every time they would beat me to a zealot. It's gonna be my— Why? You— Quit game. But overall, these people are very, very scary, and you should not go into the same hub as them, otherwise they will bully you. Ever feel like doing slayers to get to a high level? Obviously, the quickest way is investing in tier 4s. However, if you still consider doing this, you might want to reconsider. The boss isn't that bad, just very tanky, but to spawn the boss, it will take many mob kills. Don't be fooled, it might look like a lot of kills, but once a mini boss is spawned, it will go by much quicker. Sometimes a mini-boss spawns, however this mini-boss is so overpowered that it does more than the boss, and you have a higher chance of dying to this instead. Unlucky encounter. Ever since Dungeons was released, many people were looking forward to it. I was personally very excited from the first look of things. It was pretty simple, but there was something there I was not prepared for. After a ton of mobs, there are some specific mobs that Hypixel have programmed to act like players. However, these players are favored more by Simon, so Watchdog doesn't trigger on them. Hacks! 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 Bruh. Since the start of the game, there has always been a creature that has been here. Most people can't deny it. Just ask Technoblade. However, nothing was done because we all fear the wrath of the most powerful creature. He even has an event every year because us players must celebrate his power, otherwise bad luck will be headed towards us. Before we dive into this creepy beast, I am going to deliver you a challenge. In the next 15 seconds, you will waste your life since I'm not going to tell you to subscribe, though I am going to tell you to subscribe, but I am not going to since I'm not like those channels. So just go subscribe, otherwise this goes on forever. The creature we dreaded the most was the one and only creepy dude with a small brain, the Forbidden Jerry. Look, man, I don't know what's been going on, but there's this creepy dude named Jerry watching me. Or he may not see me, but he's just in this general location. But it's still very creepy. We're gonna go over there. He can't see me, right? He can't see me? He doesn't see me, does he? He's staring at me through the armor stand. How do you feel about that guy? Really? You're nodding your head. You're a bad pet. Get the hell out of here. How do you feel? You're a terrible pet too.